come into Yahweh Bashim outside, your mind, you're set free from all the bullshit, quote unquote, limitations that's been holding you down. And that's what this gospel does. Right? That's right, setting us free. Right? And that hope, right, keeps us grounded. Right? For the said parents that's about to come, brothers. Brothers out there that's listening. Right? You sisters out there that's listening. It's about to get very serious out here. But within us, in this world going to shit, guess what? We rejoice because all hell is about to break loose. We know that we're closer to salvation. That's what
it's Proverbs 14 and 18 in the MSG. Because Tyson had made that point about our people, the American dream. Proverbs 14 and 18 in the MSG. Foolish dreamers live in a world of illusion. Wise realists plant their feet on the ground. Right, backing the brother point up, man. See, these people are living in an illusion, man. Chasing after the dream, an American dream, which can never be a reality, man. Not for you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans. Like the brother said, this place is meant to be a captivity for our people, man. A bondage for our people, man. You see? Just because Esau has a couple of niggas that's in a high position because they sold out, all right, a nigga actually think that, okay, I got a shot too. Not knowing that it's a whole system. It's set up that way. It's set up that way to make you to. That's why it says in Isaiah 30, your trusting in Pharaoh, the shadow of Egypt shall be your shame. Your trusting in Pharaoh shall be your shame, man. You see, this place ain't nothing but a fucking illusion, man. A matrix for you niggas, man.
It's going to say the curses will follow you, but whithersoever you go. So you can't escape the curses. And Yahweh Bashim outside is the one that put the curses on us. He's the one that's going to so-called white man Esau to whoop your ass and put you in captivity, ultimately because you transgressed. But going back to the point of what the elder was going into, us going into captivity is ultimately going to be it's going to be a great redemption story. It's going to be a story of victory, and it's going to begin with the elect being delivered, man. That's why the Lord is gathering up all these various different nations together for war, man. It's about to be a great showdown,
right? And what we see in America. Allow again Couture, the country Couture, set up an aircraft station here. Can we put an article on that? I hate because butchery, right? Basically, not an embassy, but an Air Force here, an air base here, right? Right, shows you how weak America has become. Okay.
So from CNN, all right, says the U.S. announces it will allow Qatar to build an Air Force facility in Idaho. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announced on Friday that the U.S. will allow Qatar to build an Air Force facility at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho, which will host Qatari F-15 fighter jets and pilots who will train alongside U.S. troops.
Right. So you have American government allowing Qatar to come here, right, and basically have a base here and be trained, right? And that shows you what? That shows you, how weak the American army has become, right? The U.S. Enlisting has decreased substantially, right? So now what are they doing? They're allowing foreigners to come in, right? They're paying foreigners to come in, basically be, hired merchants. And this is how you know that this place is an extension of Rome, because Rome did the exact same thing. Hired various merchants and things of that nature, right? Which eventually led to the destruction of Rome.
Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their homes.
Right. Hey, so you got all hell about to break loose, but the average 18-year-old boy, he's trying to figure out whether or not he want to be a woman, right, or non-binary. Sometimes he feel like a nut, sometimes he don't. Weak as hell, right? So versus, you got the Russians over there chomping at the bit at this place. Iranians chomping at the bit of the place. Moabites, aka China, chomping at the bit of the place. For the place, man. Ready to destroy it. ready to destroy, man. Right? So the American government, they see the enlisting, you know what I'm saying, situation, and what they're doing, they're making steps to beef up, you know what I'm saying, the enlisting. By doing what? By hiring merchants, man. And then again, this is the same thing that Rome did, which led to the destruction of Rome. And this is nothing but an extension of Rome.
Mercenary, things like that.
Right.
You know, because you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself. Didn't the little caps? Didn't they bomb Qatar like a few weeks ago? And almost a month ago. You know, they just bombed Qatar about a month ago, man. So here it is. You got a U.S. ally. You know, that's allied to the little cats. And now they're building a Qatari air base in Idaho. To me, I'm speaking as a man, but to me, that's put my antennas up of a false FLAG that could be popping off soon. And they can blame it on who? They can blame it on Hamas. They can blame it on Iran. That can justify war. See? Remember, Esau, everything is already played out, man. Scripture says in Micah, the 2nd chapter, when the morning is light, he practices wickedness, man, because it's in the power of his hand. You know? All right. Jeremiah 51:30. The mighty men of Babylon have performed to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women.
That's right. So the average American male has become very effeminate, very weak. Right? You got these grown ass big burly ass men in touch with their feminine side. And all hell's about to break loose. So guess what? America is doing what? They're hiring mercenaries, right? Which is going to lead to their detriment, just like the Roman Empire, right? But you see history repeat itself with Couture being hired as mercenaries. Just like Rome failed, America is going to fail, right? Trump is not going to be able to save America. It's dying right before your eyes. Right?
Right.
Take the old school like a 12. Right? Hey, can I get something for you? I asked AI, did Rome hire mercenaries that eventually took over Rome? It said yes. Mercenaries played a significant role in the late Roman army, and the decline of the Western Roman Empire is linked to their growing power and eventual takeover. Rome increasingly relied on foreign soldiers, particularly Germanic groups called Rati, who were often allowed to settle in the empire.
They was allowed to settle within the empire, man. So pretty much they were given what you would call citizenship. See? But that's how Rome fell that way too. And we're living in a revival of the Roman Empire all over again, man. Okay, America is nothing more than an extension of Rome all over again. Okay, and according to prophecy, it's going to be destroyed, man. You know? So we seeing the same, hey, history is repeating itself, man. And call Lord Yahweh Shah, man. Because we at the end of this thing, man. You know?
By 475 AD, the leader of the Germanic Dorati, Odoacer, led a revolt against a Roman general, and the Dorati eventually disposed the last Western Roman Empire, eventually taking control. Right? Hey, let me get Jeremiah the 50th chapter in the NIT, NLT, excuse me. NLT. His brother Taz brought this out in NLT like last year or 2 years ago, and it just stuck with me. It pops out off the page we read in NLT. Anybody got it? It's 51. No, 50. It's 51. Was it 51? Okay, my bad. Yeah.
All right, this is Jeremiah 51. I'm starting verse 1. This is what Yahweh said, and this is NLT. This is what Yahweh says. I will stir up a destroyer against Babylon and the people of Babylonia. foreigners will come and winnow her, blowing her away as chaff.
Right. Right. In the ancient world, in order for you to separate wheat from chaff, you use a winnower. Right. So useless parts of wheat was blown away, and majority of the Americans have become useless. So the Most High is going to blow their ass away, and He's going to use foreign troops as a way to do so. We've been prophesying this for years, man. Right. That we're going to have foreign troops on U.S. soil that's going to do damage on you people out here, and we're seeing it play out, man. Okay, right? So we see these things, we don't fret, and we praise Yahweh by Shemi Hasham, because we know that guess what, man? The end is near, brothers. Right? And we've been preaching, it's coming to fruition, man. That's out. Okay?
It says they will come in the middle of verse 2 in the NLT. They will come from every side to rise against her in her day of trouble. Don't let the archers put on their armor or draw their bows. Don't spare even her best soldiers. Let her army be completely destroyed.
Right. So the army of Babylon, aka the daughter of Babylon, aka America, is going to be completely destroyed, man. And it is rotten within. First off, the American army is spread too thin, like the Roman Empire, right? It doesn't have enough soldiers, so it's hiring mercenaries, like the Roman Empire, right? These allies, they already have a evil eye towards this place for all the usury, right? Allude to Habakkuk, the second chapter. Okay, the social unrest here in the citizens, man, is unprecedented. Every day you hear something about a bizarre killing here. It's like the new thing is you know is killing someone out of emotions, right? Right? You got so-called left-wing white people, right? Just running up in schools shooting people, right? And writing manifestos on a bullet. Catch this. What the hell wrong with you, man?
Right. 3 bullets, I am left.
Yeah.
Like, man, come on now.
Yeah, man, that's crazy as hell. Some is, a farce, a lie. And some is, you can't underestimate the wickedness in Esau. You got a nigga woman down here in Babylon, in Dallas, shot a 20-year-old woman, so-called black woman, nigga, shot another woman just because she didn't say thank you for opening up the door.
Right.
In front of her kid. Just shot her. Right? So this place is on top of a felon economy. Right? So this place is circling down the drain, bro. Right? And it's going to culminate to something big to be seen. Right? Esau Edom is making haste for his movements because he knows his time is short. Allude to Revelation, the 12th chapter. Look at all the policies that Donald Trump has enforced within less than a year. Right? Totally changing the dynamics of this place. Why is that? Because they're getting ready for something way bigger than what the average American citizen sees. And they're getting ready for war.
It's a lot deep. Don't forget Donald Trump mentioned the whole thing about implementing the Golden Dome. With that whole Golden Dome, they say, oh yeah, it's to stop any kind of weaponry. That's also it's mass surveillance, man. You know what I'm saying? So like this whole thing with the digital ID being set up in these various different countries at the same time, and Donald Trump, hey, the spirit on Bureau 47, spirit on him, he going in. Hey, Donald Trump is going in the spirit, man. We pray that he keeps getting. We pray he keeps going. Right? We believe he's gonna be the last president. Right, Lord willing. Right. Sorry, that's something.
This is
No, go ahead. This is
Jeremiah 50, verse 24. I started verse 23. Matter of fact, verse started verse 22. There's a sound of the land, a sound of battle is in the land of
great destruction and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon became a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, but like it says, in the hammer of the whole earth. The hammer is what? The one that basically controls things. All right, and that's what? Babylon the Great. All right, and it says how the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken. One thing as you mentioned, like the elder was mentioning, Babylon is basically wearing thin because they're spreading out their army. All right, now they got, like you said, they got their allies, but just like the Roman army, the allies got that they got their corner of their eye looking at. You know, just like when Rome was ruling, those Germanic tribes, those Visigoths, those Germanic tribes, they started going through and destroying the Roman Empire. You know, here and there because they were spread thin, they became weak. Now the same thing with America. That's where you get what the dragon is gonna hate the whore. The beast is gonna hate the whore. That's just like it's nothing new under the sun. Same thing that happened in Rome is gonna happen here. All right, and like I said, how is it gonna be cut down? Because what that beast system or the beast is looking at Babylon and saying, okay, we basically tired of you, and now we're gonna go ahead and overtake you. All right. So America's enemies and is gonna, that are foes to, that's friends. They're going to become friends, and now you're going to have all these foes against America and the small heads over there in the land.
Revelation 17 and verse 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire."
Right.
What's that?
Which that right there is going to NATO and EU countries. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to start with smaller countries, coming up against this place. See what I'm saying? All these nations have the same sentiment about Babylon the Great, alluding to Habakkuk, the second chapter. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, Esau's his system is, hey, the earth, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So those these particular nations, you know what I'm saying, don't agree with them, they still go along with them because they system is linked with them. Right? That's the way that they make money. But it's gonna get to a point to where the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to say, fuck it. Because America, and if we start, and it's getting with Trump in office, that pride that nigga has, how that nigga went over there and was talking to the nigga over there was talking to his own allies, bro. Yeah, like they weren't shit. Right. Talking crazy, mad dumb to him, bro. You see, it's gonna get to the youth. You best believe those nations, man. This whole ass nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's gonna get to the Lord gonna put the spirit on it to move on that feeling, man.
Right. You know? So, yeah, because Babylon the Great is talking big, but they're not the big that whooping anymore, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like what shows you that they are is the whole situation with China and how they were able to basically use Argentina, you know what I'm saying, as a source for soybeans, right? Which crippled the American farmers, right? They thought, the U.S. thought, oh, they gonna be on their knees begging, right? Because basically they weaponized the American dollar. The American dollar is still the reserve currency of the world. What do we mean by that? Case in point, this brother's a country, I'm a country. We all using the brother of Mafia's currency, you know what I'm saying, because it's most stable. So if me and him make a transaction with one another, I have my own money, he has his own money, but we all use his money. What money are we gonna use? We're gonna use his brother money. Because it's easier for us to buy and trade one another, right? So the American dollar has been basically recognized with all these sanctions being being able to do that because they pride, right? They're ostracizing themselves or they're isolating themselves. You know what I'm saying? And also just leading to these other nations feeling some type of way, right, about this place. As it says in Habakkuk, the second chapter. Okay?
Jeremiah 51:7 is the back of the
point. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken.
Right. How was he made it drunken? With his mind, with his philosophy. If they would do that with his military might and his economic might, right? They go hand in hand, bro. After World War II, the most stable currency and country was what? Was who, I should say, America. And under the Bretton Woods Agreement, they decided to make the American dollar the reserve currency, making America substantially strong, rich. Okay? And those who became allies to this place, they got rich. Saudi Arabia got rich. Okay? OPEC rich. You know, those that came up against this place, you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to ideologies, if you will, like the whole concept of capitalism versus communism, they were ostracized, bro. Russia was hurting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Get you up for something. Cuba. This is why Cuba is such a poor state. They still got cars from the 1950s running, bro. Just because they're cut off. Even recently, people like the Harold Obama. Little do they know that Obama, well, actually, you know what? That was Trump there, Trump's first election. He cut off basically the agreement that they had with Venezuela to get oil from them in trade for like they cut off the agreement that they had Cuba and Venezuela had with one another. Venezuela was giving Cuba oil, and Cuba was giving them doctors. He cut that short, right? Totally ostracized Cuba from basically the global economy. Same thing with Haiti, right? Why is that? Because they had ideas of what? Communism. So this man was able to stump on anybody who didn't agree with his philosophy. Right? Right? And now it's coming to the point where people are seeing this, and even the people who got money with it, it's like, man, this dude is fucking unfair. I'm tired of this asshole. Constantly doing stuff, man, constantly getting us in fights. You know, you gotta do something about this, man. Right? You got French, they're not as strong as they used to be because Russia was able to, build up its economy and basically come up against the regimes that they had in France, right? Because colonization was still going on here. I'm sorry, in Africa, because the French had several countries using their currency in order to buy and sell. They cut that shit off, man, crippling the French economy, man. If Russia didn't do anything, America didn't help, right? But yet America has all these demands when it comes to NATO. People, these other nations are seeing this, and they're getting fed up, bro. They're like, man, I'm tired of this dude, man. So much starting shit. Putting us into wars, and we don't get nothing out of it. You got the Europeans frustrated. And when Captain Kirk got shot, they said, let's have a moment of silence. What did they start doing? Beating on the table and stuff like that. Why is that? What was that? What did that symbolize? They showed them like, we ain't worried about America. Fuck America. We're worried ourselves.
I forgot which country. I remember one of the people said that it was like pretty much Donald Trump said something. He was pretty much like, but they don't even recognize that they about to lose their ally. They over there, they separate.
I know what you're saying, bro. I know what you're talking about.
They hurt their own. They about to lose. They pretty much they isolate themselves. And that's what America. But that's the spirit that's on Esau to do this in these last days, man. To have a look more stout than his fellow, like the prophecy says. To pretty much strain relationships that he has with his allies. Right. These things are happening because ultimately it's the Lord galvanizing war that's going to take place, and America and Israel will be isolated. That's America's only ally going to be Israel, and Israel's only ally is America.
Right. Right. The only outline that America is able to afford is able to pay. He had to pay for them. It's mercenaries. Just like Rome, bro. Right? Here you have Peter Hodgson talking all that cash. FAFO. Yeah, you better. A week later, he got a foreigner over here building a fucking base. Right. Which shows you how weak this America has become. Right? So it's going down, bro. Prophecy popping off the page. Go ahead.
Verse 8, excuse me, middle verse 7 of Jeremiah 51. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Right. So, even within, what we're saying, there's still a level of, okay, let's be diplomatic, get money from. Right? China and America still has a very much so interdependent relationship. That means they depend on one another. Right? These tariffs somewhat so that when it comes to these Asian countries, because America is still the number one importer of things. So they can't just topple this place by not using the American currency because that's going to hurt them. Right? But basically they're coming up with different packages of that nature to do away from the strength of the American dollars by making economic pacts with with various countries. Henceforth, BRICS. Now you just had Trump. What did he do? He addressed BRICS directly. Yeah. He said, "Hey, if this if BRICS becomes number one, the American dollar is done." He said that directly. We're showing you they're starting to even take BRICS more serious, right? So America is moving with haste, trying to find, different political pacts to keep that hegemony. It means basically cultural dominance, right? But it's not going to work. We know it's not going to work according to prophecy.
That's more than Jeremiah. Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and verse 24 said, "I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord."
That's right. Hey, so the Most High is going to have you to where this place is going to be ensnared, and the snare is basically a trap. All the things that America has perpetuated on the planet Earth, man, it's going to be a detriment unto you. Yep. Right? Chiefly, how it's conducted globalization, right? Or buying and selling around the world, basically. That's the word globalization. Okay? That's going to be a detriment to this place. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, this is from blackmillionaires.com. It says the U.S. dollar has lost over 10% of its value in this year alone. Studies project another 10% drop in 2026. It says the U.S. dollar. Sorry,
real quick. What's that going to do? That's going to cause inflation.
That's what it is. That's the definition of inflation.
No, that's it. It's going to cause inflation, and then when it gets even more drastic, it's going to be hyperinflation. Right. We're already seeing inflation take place now, and you're seeing inflation take place now, and you're seeing shrinkflation take place with the goods that you're buying. Now a bag of chips. Now you get a bag of chips. It's a smaller portion, right? And you're still paying more for it, right? But you know that the value of the dollar is going down.
I would say they, last year in July they said we really fell into a recession. Just imagine you're not even paying attention, unaware, and now you're, almost going into a little bit over a year later. This thing still ain't started getting any better. So you're only gonna see things get worse. It said 10% is a lot. And then it said another year? Another 10%. Bro, that's the thing. That kept going on within another 3 or 4 years. That'll be had. That's a lot. That means you're gonna be paying like what you're paying now. You're gonna be probably paying 50% more of what you've been paying for these for the goods that you're paying for now.
You're gonna start seeing more homelessness.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. You're gonna start seeing more people. You're gonna start seeing more people that can't afford food.
Yeah.
And that's when you can't afford food and goods and services like that. That's when people go crazy. Right?
Yeah.
That's when people will lose it. When people lose it, they lose it. And that's when you're gonna start seeing people out here crying. Hold up.
Like, Smokey already kind of get to that point. More people are starting to face insecurity, right? Well, you got more of these women that on here they crying and straight. I just can't get ahead, right? But hey, you should have stayed with your baby daddy, right? You see a lot more women out here, you know what I'm saying, being humble. Because when the economy is affected, the weaker the society are affected. Right? Women and children. Hey, I put in my calculator, just for edification. Hey, say for instance, brother, you got $200 and you times $200 by 0.10 or 10%. That's $20. Take that $20. Take that $200 and subtract 20. Subtract 20. So that $200, right, that you had is really worth $180. That makes sense. So when we're talking about inflation, the money, the dollar, you got $5. You times that one by 0.10. That's 0.5. You really got $4.50. Now you add another 10% to that, right? That's 20, right? So you got $5 times that by 20. You got $4. That $5 is worth $4. Now imagine that on $200. Okay, just for edification, right? So the purchasing power is steadily decreasing. Okay.
It says the U.S. dollar has suffered the steepest first half decline in more than half a century, dropping 11% between January and June 2025, according to data from the dollar index, which measures the currency against major trading partners. Says the slide brings an end to a 14-year bull run that began in 2010, during which the dollar surged roughly 40% through 2024. It says despite a modest 3.2 rebound in July, Morgan Stanley research warns that the currency's long-term outlook remains weak, projecting another potential 10% decline by the end of 2026 as U.S. growth and interest rates converge with global norms.
I'm gonna say that they just cut interest rates recently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. You know, whenever the interest rates are cut, they're pretty much saying that somebody correct me if I'm wrong. They're pretty much prompting you to buy, right? To put more dollars back into circulation. When interest rates are high,
they're gonna print more money.
Say it again.
They're gonna print more money. It's gonna cause more inflation.
Right. Okay, so I'm
saying they go print more money because people ain't gonna have money to spend. So they go print to, like, in other words, still make them spend money, but
but they gotta print more so that it can be spent.
It's just devaluing the dollar more and more and more as they print.
It's causing more. It's causing the value of the dollar.
Which they shouldn't cut, but if you would invest in this shit, but this is a Lord's narrative, so he wants them to print to bring this shit down. So that's what it is.
Because when they raise interest rates, it's like, okay, people gonna be like, nah, I ain't trying to spend my money.
Right.
That's why getting a house. So house now, I just can't even do it. I mean, I goddamn, like you trying to get a house, you through.
I mean, the average person doesn't have $200 saved, right? You go in and try to buy a house, you're supposed to have what? probably 10% down payment. So you need what $10,000 to $20,000 cash.
Depending on
Most
the-
people ain't liquid for that, right?
Gotta get a loan.
And if you're gonna get you gonna already get a loan. But that loan that you get, like a first home buyer loan, that motherfucker gonna be for 30 years.
Yeah.
Interest rate, and this kind of interest rate through high as hell. Then on fact, people are migrating to different places. You buy a house down here, you think, oh man, it's cheap. Or you $400 that mortgage, man, you in trouble. That's been going on down here in Texas. A lot of people flood down here and getting these houses. Now, man, it's cheap. I love it. But then the mortgage increased $400 because the property value increased. Now they in trouble. You know?
Like I said, a lot of people that have houses, they don't understand because they be like, I got a fixed rate. So they don't think their house is gonna go up, but they don't understand when the interest rates, when that thing fluctuate, it's not your fixed rate. Your rate will stay the same, but like you say, your property value, all them things that's outside the inside of your home goes up. So your house, you know, you might say, well, I pay $2,000 a month for my house, but yet your property and things like that, your property value, taxes, everything go up, and it's probably inside your home. You know, it's probably inside how much you pay. Now it's gonna went up to $2,500 because the property tax is going up.
And on top of that, your light bill going up. So now they're building more data centers for this AI shit. AI takes energy and water to cool that shit off. So now your energy bill gonna be going up. Man, oh, I'm in the
apartment, dog.
I don't know. I see what's like. I'm like, bro, really?
That building, these facilities all throughout DFW.
Man,
They got one in Reno, I see. They got one in Dallas.
Expo?
They got They got Google, right? Hey, they got the big database outside of in Abilene.
I got a client, but that motherfucker's huge. Are you seeing it?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
Man,
right? So
yep.
things are about to drastically change, and then you can't forget AI is taking over people's jobs, bro.
Yeah.
People being displaced at a substantial rate. I'm talking about no job is safe. You got automated, automated 18 wheelers. Right outside of Dallas, south of Dallas. Autonomous trucks, and they go back and forth to Houston to Dallas.
They already got the shit on the road.
It's all in the road, bro.
No. You said that about 2 years ago.
It's all in the road, bro.
Bro, ain't nobody driving that truck.
Ain't nobody there. If they are driving it, they have another driver somewhere. Just monitor. Like my little brother, he showed me basically
Wow.
his truck. He's like, I love this shit.
That motherfucker.
Took his hands off the wheel. I love this shit. I'm like, wow. I'm like, me up there for real. You know, I'm playing it off in my mind. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
He's not gonna be there. AI is learning, bro, and they're building database for it to learn. They're ushering in a whole new life force.
Yeah.
Demons, shit like that, bro. The next, like, it's gonna get crazy out here, bro.
So you that in the movie Logan, Wolverine, movie Logan. Every truck that was driving, mostly on the street, was automated. So was nobody driving the truck. That's why on one of the scenes jumping back because the truck wasn't stopping. It was just going back and forth. They were like big trucks, 18 wheelers and things like that. That's what Esau showing that this is really gonna happen in the future.
Here. All right, so another article, it's from blackmillionaires.com again. It says Walmart CEO Doug McMillan announced a global hiring freeze for the next 3 years, reshaping all of the current roles to through automation and artificial intelligence.
See that? Walmart, a 3-year? Oh man, Walmart, 3. If back in the day, you knew hey, I'm on my ass, at least I can go to Walmart.
Right. Real time.
Great, get cash in there, right? You do something, start something. Guess what? That's over, bro. 3 year and 3-year freeze. That means you ain't hiring nobody. You understand the repercussions of this account?
Yeah.
So it's definitely going down, bro. It's definitely going down, man. Go ahead,
Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
That's right. That's not gonna be work. work in each from top onto the bottom. Hey, you gonna have CEOs out there that's gonna be competent to be delivery boy.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming. Right? That's why now more than ever you have to lean on your how by shine because we all are gonna feel it. Right? We're all gonna feel it. But showing up, that's the battle, bro. We've been saying all these things now, we have to show up. Right? You know, have to show up.
Scripture say, cast your burdens unto the Lord. He shall sustain you. It's like the other saying is a point, man. Hey, you got to trust and believe that the Lord going to take care of his servants, man. But our faith is going to be tested. Right? Do you believe that I got you? Right. I'll put you in a situation. Do you believe I got you? Right. That's the times that we coming into, man, that we aren't into. Or in our race.
Right. I believe brothers are gonna pass the test. You know what I'm saying? Right? But that's something we all have to individually tell ourselves, bro. Man, do I believe the Lord got my back?
Right.
Right? And that's really what he's requiring us to do. Just believe. Yeah. Right?
That's spiritual preference, like in where it says in Habakkuk 2, we're supposed to be tarrying and waiting for it because we know it's going to surely come. The things that we're seeing now, we've been prophesying about, like that from our apostles on down. Now these things are actually taking action and coming into play. So, now we got to see, are we spiritually prepped to get ready to go through these things to experience how about you shot?
The Lord been telling us that stuff is gonna happen. So when it happens, you know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? That should deepen your belief into what the Lord said. What the Lord said He was gonna do. The Lord said this is gonna happen. It's real. You know what I'm saying? He also said He gonna protect His elect. He gonna feed them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta believe in it, man. But hey, I want to read a little bit of this. Bro. It says going back to that article. It says if you have a job right now, you better keep it because companies aren't hiring as aggressively due to automation and artificial intelligence.
Right. Hey, call center done, bro. It's over, bro.
I know a girl right now put in over 200 applications.
Yeah.
Not one call yet.
Yeah.
One person put in every day, nothing.
Yeah.
This lady held in Mississippi, this GMS dedication. He did a video and it was a lady, Eve, that was sitting in the car saying she had a degree in something, like a master degree in something else, like all type of degrees. And she said she ain't found a job for 2 years. She put all type of applications in. She had to move in with her parents. She was like, she can't find anything, but she was like, look at all the qualifications, everything I got. I went to school for. Having 2 to 3 degrees, but yet can't find a job over 2 years. That's gonna get worse. If you have somebody that's applying for a job 5-10 years ago, you might have 50 people apply for a job. Now look at today, you're having 1,000 people apply for 1 or 2 jobs.
Yep. What's crazy is they mess around, just take the job off. Be like, we got somebody. Yeah, it's called AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the name Alice. Yeah, Alice got. Yeah, she works 24 hours. She has only 5 days.
Hey, imagine going to college for a degree, then midway through your degree, you got to change it to some kind of AI type of certificate or something. Now, man, it's just gonna get wild, bro.
Better get a job. Better get a job. Computing ARs and shit. They need some codes for that.
They got certificates out there right now too for that. Hey, we have to learn that shit. Yeah.
Trade. That's something that most people
Don't consider it.
they don't push here. Right? That's another reason why China is so economy is so booming so much because they have engineers.
Yeah.
You go into a class, you go to an area now and say, "Hey, raise your hand if you're an engineer." Probably 1 or 2 people might raise their hand. That same area, you go to China and ask them that, all of them gonna raise their hand.
Both y'all did it,
Right? Because it's relevant.
Wow.
Right? A lot of these schools they're giving bullshit ass degrees. Right? It's just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper.
You know, somebody how the hell you go somewhere and you overqualified for the position?
Yeah, I
What
don't.
kind of bullshit? Like, how does that even make you overqualified to work at a place? Nah, you know too much about. You know too much about. I can't.
Then,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, then you need 3 years, at least 3 years experience.
Right.
How the fuck you gonna do
How you get the experience if I'm overqualified?
Makes sense. That's all bullshit. Once again, that's why they call it the American dream. It's really a nightmare. It's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? This whole system, going to school, get a degree, all this bullshit. It's all bullshit. Bro. You know?
Does nothing but lead you into more further debt.
Right.
It's not lucrative for most people.
The servant is subject to the lender. The borrower is subject to the lender. Credit. That's what rules the world. That's what runs the society is credit.
Right.
some more? Going back, it says Walmart is putting a halt on new hires worldwide as it accelerates its shift towards artificial intelligence. CEO Doug McMillon announced in late September 2025 that the company will freeze hiring for the next 3 years, a move aimed at reshaping how the retail giant operates in an increasingly automated world.
Right. So those remember when C19 came about, and all of a sudden we went back into Walmart, they had the rails and things of that nature. That wasn't my change. Right? The whole C19 ordeal was a shock test. See how people react, and also gave them a chance to shut certain things down so they can work on their stores, work on automating certain things. Man. When you went back to certain restaurants, they didn't have menus anymore. What they had? Scan the code. And what are they doing with these codes you're scanning? They're selling your information. Hey, so how did you like Ravina? Right. They're telling you, well, I got another place for you. Check this out. It's right down the street from Tyrone.
Data is the new gold, man.
Gold.
Data.
Right. That's new gold. AI is it's a new oil.
Yeah. No, and AI is nothing more than just a god now to these people. It's literally a god.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And people are using AI for everything. The therapy.
Yeah, China, that shit big in China.
Yeah.
Half a third.
Yeah. And somebody died, you can put them in I forget that VO3 and to see him all the time. You can have it to where you talk to somebody who died on the phone, the voice and everything. Hey, how you doing? Oh man, you know, right. Doing good, man. How about yourself? Some of the demons.
Movie like that.
Your grandma.
It was a movie like that.
Say, speaking to your dead grandma.
Right.
That's her voice and everything. They did that, bro. They did that shit with
It was in the movie.
They did that shit with Secret.
Yeah.
They did that shit with him.
They do that shit with
Yeah, he did. He came back.
Talk
Yeah,
to his voice and everything.
Yeah, something.
Oh, well, people are fucking retarded.
They're doing that with Tupac and Biggie and goddamn.
Right, the hologram.
He ain't saying shit new though.
No, they got him like dressed
On Warren,
on Maury.
baby.
Yeah. It's funny, but people like they're using this
Right,
technology to like that's
Deceiving shit.
like some crazy shit, bro.
Right.
Summoning demons.
Yeah.
Elon Musk said they're literally summoning demons with AI. He literally said that.
Madison's in Memphis. Egypt, Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
You know?
But yeah, I get to a point, like I said, that's what it's for. Thanks for, thanks for his own self and to create things. So it is like a demon that is basically taking over and doing things to basically control your mind.
Demon just means intelligence. That's all. Artificial intelligence. It's a artificial made demon. It's a made demon.
Right.
You know, but it's really spirits on the left hand side working with these individuals to add to people's minds and calculate it with AI. You know, it's like
No. There's some more. It says the freeze, however, doesn't signal job cuts. Walmart says it has no plan to reduce its 2.1 million strong global workforce. Instead, company experts, like it says, instead the company expects many roles, especially white collar positions, to evolve as AI systems takes over more routine and analytic tasks.
Right. So what they're going to utilize AI for is basically monitor workers. They're going to be able to see how productive each worker is.
Right.
And be able to, and then the manager will be able to come in and say, with this data, hey, you voted this many shirts. You printed this many people. You were smiling right here. You can sleep right here. Hey, we got to get you out of here, or we got to come up with a game plan to make you more efficient.
And like slavery.
Bro,
Build
exactly.
economy. Oh, he picked more cotton than you.
Right.
Same shit.
Yep.
Hey, Elder Menachie Sci-Fi did a video not a while ago going into it was actually a coffee shop that was using that technology.
Yep.
And they were showing that all the workers behind the desk. They was counting every cup of coffee that each one was making. And you had one lazy trying to cut back in the back and not do shit. But that shit was whacking the whole time, man.
Yep.
Your bitch only made 2 cups. That shit was the whole goddamn time, bro.
You have my gig. Oh, you gonna get this non-stops. Oh, well, we gotta be more sufficient. We gotta come up with a game plan. You stay here too long.
Right.
You stay here too long. Okay, the cutoff time is 10 minutes. You can't just sit in your car. You can't sit in your truck. They want you.
They want you to turn you to a machine.
Instead of company time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like my place of employment. They had something called sapiens. But sapiens goes back. It goes back to I think it's the Greek wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like what sapiens does, as a matter of fact, yeah, it says sapiens is the ability to apply knowledge, experience, and good judgment to navigate life's complexities. It is related to wisdom and discernment and is often distinguished from basic sentience, which is the capacity to feel or perceive sensations. But it goes into reasoning and judgment. So like pretty much it would tell you, how many hours a day were you actually clicking or typing. You know what I'm saying? Where you're sitting there not doing anything, or where you actually work on it. You know what I'm saying? So your sapiens and your hours could be 3.2, and this person's hours could be 7. You're like, well, I was doing my work. I just didn't really have a lot to do. But the sapiens literally monitor and see what the fuck you do on this shit. And all given times, clicks, keystrokes, keyboard, all that kind of stuff.
Digital slavery. Man.
Digital slavery. That's all. But guess what? It's gonna be such a squeeze. Then you gonna go over there complaining and things of that nature. But you got a job. In the near future, people are gonna be cutting jobs, bro.
Yep.
Like having a delivery boy job. That's gonna be like, wow, he got a job.
Man, if I may say real quick, that's why this UBI, this universal basic income, man.
Just thinking that.
That's why these people are gonna flock to the chip. The universal basic income, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have a UBI. You're gonna have an allotment. You're gonna have an allotment of a particular amount of food you're gonna be able to get. We're gonna put a monthly stipend of. We're gonna put a monthly stipend of 1,000 UBI on your account every month.
They tested with C19. They're going to test to that.
Hey, and also digital currency. Also digital currency.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
What we see going on is right. It's consciously,
Bro, that's what we hear. Like they're gonna be all right. Well, I'd rather just have a UBI. I'd rather have my UBI every single month, monthly stipend that's coming in every month. But that's what this whole digital ID is gonna do. It's gonna be to the fact that, okay, well, do what you've been clicking on, what you like. You ain't gonna be able to access this.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You ain't gonna be able to go here and buy that. You want to go to the bar and get this beer? Nah, you ain't gonna be able to get that.
right. They're gonna paint it as with this currency, this is gonna give you freedom to find yourself and to really have time to be you. Right? And really it's a digital form of a noose. Or I should say a yoke to lock your ass down.
So Revelation 13 and 16 and 17, I read the NLT. So this says, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on the right hand or in their forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark.
Let's see. You buy something,
what they want, man. So when we're preaching, man, it's reality, bro.
Right.
Right? It gives you answers to what you see around you versus an ambiguous answer like to this precept of it being seen.
Right. All of it's going.
Oh, just saying. No, man, this is a digital currency that's going to change the dynamics of the world.
Yeah.
Right. Every aspect of life is going to be changed by AI. You're not going to need trainers anymore. Why get a trainer when you can just log in somewhere?
Peloton.
Peloton.
It's going to be an AI trainer. It's going to be a bot.
They already got that shit. They already got it. Peloton. I see that Peloton bike.
Yeah.
Well, that Peloton bike, they got, man, you exercise on that motherfucker. The bike go up and down, depending on type of resistance. But shit's crazy, bro. Yep. That's a real wild number.
Revelation 13:17. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. They said that's what we're seeing today. They're setting that up because you have now, like I said, all these systems where they're setting it up where you have some places now, like I said, the coffee shop, you can't even buy anything with. They be like, well, we don't accept cash anymore. You know, why not accept the cash? Because they know they basically have already, futurized their company. Like, we don't need it. You know, if you go to like these high-end restaurants and things like that, they don't accept cash.
They don't accept cash.
Oh, they don't
accept it, bro. I went to one spot and I was just like, yeah, I don't accept cash.
Yeah. I mean, one time I was in Atlanta visiting a brother. We at the bar. Well, he had to cash out the bartenders. You got to cash out everybody in that motherfucker. I was like, shit, I ain't got no money on my cash. Yep. That was damn near shit 3 or 4, 5 years ago. So imagine now. I'm sorry.
No. The digital system is really implemented. They just got to do away more with this cash. That's why I say it's coming to a cash society. That's why Trump is making these different moves and things like that. Because that's what it is all about. The race is who's going to control the narrative. Which country is going to control the narrative of this digital currency that's going to be implemented?
See, they're cutting off every way, you know what I'm saying, to force people into that system that they trying to bring, that they bringing forth, not trying to shit. They doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then you niggas are getting all that shit on the table. That shit's gonna be a wrap soon, right? That shit's about to be a wrap, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's a little bit more, bro. It says AI tech, going back to the article, AI technology will become more deeply embedded in Walmart's daily operations, from customer service to inventory tracking to supply chains management. It says the shift is expected to improve efficiency and drive revenue growth, even as it transforms the skill required for current employees.
So being able to judge things that you come in there, you know, you got you some fruit, but you know the code of bananas 4011, you know, put it on this 4011 for the avocado. Hell no, they all gonna put it back.
Right, that shit. That for the goddamn, when you go to self check, you can scan something. You put it in the bag. That shit is. Sometimes that shit is tripping. Like, nah, like you gotta, like, you ain't faking it. Right, yeah. It need to show you doing the shit. So you need to see the slow. Yeah, bro.
I'm right there now, right in your face.
Right.
You
Yeah.
look up, you look at yourself.
Right. Right. Man.
You ever do that? You look up, you like,
Yeah. Yeah. And just come over there, look at you. Right.
I was trying to judge on some fruit, but they come and say, "How about we put trying to?" I say, "What? Come on."
But it says,
Go ahead.
it says, McMillan emphasizes that the workforce must adapt, noting that employees will need to embrace AI tools to stay relevant in the company next new phase of growth.
Right, you got to stay. Oh, you to stay relevant, you got to do what they tell you to do. Right? Obey people that's complaining and things of that nature and don't want to get to the program. They can get they'll be excluded out of the workforce. You know,
Like I say, when they get more people out to work for it, that's gonna bring forth a lot of the. Well, we still need to eat, So they be like, well, we got something that we can help you eat. We'll give you some type of stipend, like they did in during the demi. What is that in 2019, 2020? We're gonna give you this amount of money on your card. But then, like I said, they're gonna take away your cards eventually. They say in order for you to receive, now they be like, I didn't get no money on my card, because I'm not working. Y'all say y'all gonna give us type of stipend each month or so. And like, well, we don't use the cards anymore. Now we got this thing that you got to implement in you. And that's what we're putting the money on now. Just like they was giving a debit card with the chips, credit card. You kept using your card without that chip in there. Eventually, they cut it off.
Now they got tap to pay.
Now they got to tap to pay.
Then tap to pay to tap in your ass.
It's like now, if you swipe your card now, that's like a thing. That's like a foreign thing now. Like if you swipe your card, it's more prone to fraud. If you swipe your card versus use the chip, if the falls back. Particularly like Mastercard. Because I'm in this industry, Mastercard, they'll completely deny fallback transactions. You put your chip in there, it don't work. You try to swipe it, they're gonna deny it, regardless.
Yeah. That's some shit.
That's been they recently came out with that. This is like excuse. So basically, if you got to swipe your card now, that's like now they look at that like, oh man, that's possible fraud. Yo, they can stop that shit, man. So but now it's gonna be the physical card. It's gonna be in now. I got Revelation 6. I'm starting at verse 5. I'm starting at verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
He's talking about white race, right? He's taking peace from the earth by totally encapsulating the world by AI, right? Forcing basically biometrics on the masses. Biometrics means basically to measure someone based off of their body, right? Now you got eye scanning, right? You got it to where fingerprints for certain apps.
Yeah.
In order for you to get certain apps, you got to show who you are. Facial recognition. You got to look left, look right, bro. You're doing this shit, bro. All right. So I'm talking about totally enslaving the people. Right? Why you think he's manipulating sex? Because he wants control of it. Right? More people are perverted. Hey, he could forecast. He could say, oh, well, we need X amount of women in this region. Oh, well, we have technology in order to make women so they birth a boy, right? Or we could just engineer, embryo to where it's a girl. Real literally like a real back in the day, you say test tube baby.
Yeah.
It's real.
Man,
It's so
real,
yeah. The very beginning of the movie, all them niggas was in the babies. This person was asleep, but they showed it. They really created it.
Right. And his whole destiny say, you're going to be this type of person.
It's tall. But that's him. I am, and then us beside me. That's him being, I'm going to sit in the seat as the most high. That's right. Esau doing that, bro. That's Eve doing that. Okay?
I'm not going. I was gonna say he's trying to have control over life, man. Right. Over how everything goes, man. Like you said, earth, how you coming to the earth. Then we had an article going to it the other day. But a nigga said he can use skin cells. You know what I'm saying? Skin cells from a man to turn it into an egg. Skin cells from a woman to turn it into a sperm. Like, bro, what the fuck?
That shit's crazy.
Like, nigga, why? Then going in the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Incubator or something.
Right. Now women don't have to so-called jeopardize their body. Now, you know what I'm saying? You can go to a goddamn room and it's full of fucking artificial rooms with baby going in like fucking sand and shit. Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this nigga has to bro. He's the man of sin. This nigga, he saw his own one, bro. Like this nigga really he's with the shits, the wickedness.
Yeah, but you know, Israelites out there, especially the Judites, man, you folly, right? You know what I'm saying? Fucking dance and shit. Podcast. Yeah. Come out with different dance line every fucking week. Yeah, man.
Then you had to run around my body, my choice. These songs help you orchestrate that. And he be the main one saying it. Then you have, like you say, now you're trying to get skin cells. Y'all would think that's cool. Because what? It's my body, my choice. They don't have to come out my womb.
I don't need no nigga.
Yeah. Why? Don't you understand that he ain't say, I don't need all y'all now, because I can just take multiple skin cells from this person or that person. So I can get delete most of y'all. See? And what's wrong with the old way? It feels good. It's great. What's wrong with it? It's the natural part. Let's slide in and we're gonna do this the natural way.
Bro, the angel said in the beginning, it's good.
Good.
It's good. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Hey, no, hey,
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
see, that's after the grocery store.
Right.
Right.
For real. Angel said it was good.
You make it an artificial birthright.
Yeah.
Orgasm was good.
Best one in the world is producing great life. Best one in the world is great life.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause this it brings about like
Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. See, and this man, and then he brings forth death. He breathes death. But these people are really about to be in a position where they're about to start killing one another. Due to this digital inflation. It's what I just think from dignity and fixing it every day.
hey.
Verse 5. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Right. That word balances basically means yokes, right? To captivity, right? By the red horse, but it's going to be further this time. Now it's going to be Israel.
That word yokes, or balance, excuse me, is a sugos, right? It says a yoke. You know the mention. I'm going to go to the Strong's definition. It says from the root of enemy to join, especially by a yoke, a coupling, i.e., figuratively servitude,
Right.
a law or obligation.
Right. So we're going two-thirds of my people in the world, they're going to be joined unto Esau by what? That chip.
That's it.
Right? And that's one of the goals of the elite is to fully amalgamate the people into what? Into AI, bro. How are they gonna do that? Again, we just say with biometrics, different forms of biometrics. That ultimate form is that corrupt, but they implant something in your skin. With that, they're gonna have your data, with your likes, your dislikes, which you know what I'm saying, your preferences, your social security number, your medical information. It's gonna be
everything.
all in one. What zone you supposed to be in? Yeah, you supposed to be in this zone, boy.
Yeah.
What city you supposed to be in? They're gonna know where you are, track you, know how much carbon you're intaking.
Watching, all the data that you consume on a daily basis.
Right. Because with the introduction of AI, you gotta understand something, bro. This is gonna cause AI and AI technology is gonna cause a substantial amount of pollution. Right? And instead of them saying we gotta not do this, allow AI, they're gonna say, well, we gotta reduce these people and their intake.
That's what Bill Gates said. My nigga BG, I always say this. My nigga BG, right? Real hot,
real beat.
real hot.
hot.
That nigga made an equation on how he was gonna kill your ass, and people talked about it. Nigga, we produce carbon dioxide, but you know we have to lower the population. Niggas started clapping. Woo! Yeah, like this nigga really just made an equation on how he gonna kill you. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
It's on the carbon emission putting out, but here it is, your fucking cruise liners putting out all. That's it. A cruise liner putting out more fucking toxic than any goddamn thing. Yeah. This nigga's a double standard bastard, man.
It's like a city. It's like a city.
And then all that waste that's on the ship, all the sewage, that 2 miles from the coast from where they dock, bro. I saw a video, bro. It's like billions of tons of that shit, bro. Let's see, come up on the shores and all that, but this nigga wild, man.
You know what they do with that? You know what they do with that? That trash shit, they take it to a landfill and bury it. The juices and shit to come out, they'll take it, extract it, and make a methane. And that's where we get that CNG
Ain't
gas.
that some shit?
Wow.
But it's
like gas. Right.
But he pointed at you. You fart one time, you fucking up the ozone, brother.
Yep. Yeah, you blame it on the cows.
Cows.
Cows out here pooping and shit.
Yeah, now we gotta do some beyond. Now the cows gotta be euthanized.
Right. Oh.
This nigga's the devil. That's why that's why said the whole creation is groaning. And the creation is going to rejoice. When the so-called white man is taken down, he's too diabolical, man.
Gotta go, bro.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 17 in the NLT says, "Is this the one who destroyed the world and made it into a wasteland? Is this the king who demolished the world's greatest city?" This is Isaiah 14 and verse 5. It says,
Sorry, go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and 5. NLT. Yeah. This is Isaiah 14 and 5. I do it in GNT. It says, "The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath and a continual stroke, that he ruled the nations in anger, persecuted, and none hindered him." All right, that's what? That's pure tyranny. All right, that's what he did. All right. When you see it, this the man that actually came in and doing whatever he can to what? To bring rigor on you. All right, so this is modern day Pharaoh. You know, when you read in Exodus, that Pharaoh said, you know, they are basically they're becoming too more people are they would call it, they basically our enemies. Like in they said after Joseph, he said they were like, well, we're gonna put rigor on. That's what he's doing now. Like I said, when he starts setting up with more of this AI technology, he's gonna set up where, like I said, it's less jobs. It's gonna be a continual rigor upon you, constantly working, and you ain't making nothing.
Ain't gonna be no going to work and having each day bullshit.
No,
he's gonna have it required to where you are at work and you are efficient because you're gonna be monitored, right? People are gonna be offering themselves and everything
At work. You may just be there at work and all of a sudden you just go, BOW! The nigga's head just laying there dead for a little over the place.
continue working though. They can tell them continue working.
Right, AI come scoop that nigga up and set another nigga down right
Yeah.
that nigga on that wait list.
Right.
Oh man.
Second, Isaiah 14 and 6. He who smote the people in wrath, verse 7. It says the whole earth is at rest and is quiet.
Well, that links up. I'm sorry, that links up with Babylon. That's how you know this is talking about Babylon. You see, as it says in Jeremiah, like you read earlier, the hammer of the earth. He that smote the people with a continual stroke. That's that hammer. That's going to be broken. And who's going to break that hammer, man? Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
He's the one that's going to completely cripple this place, man. But he's the one that's doing it right now. Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit on Esau to move the way he's right now, man. To be that, you know?
Yeah. Verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sings. Since thou art laid down, no feller come up against us.
It's supposed to be symbolic too. And that's going to actual tree. That could be symbolic too. That could be talking about people.
People are liking up the trees in the scripture. You know, when you read a particular scripture, Isaiah 61, Mark, you know, John the 9th chapter, I see people as trees. You know,
Bro, you look at the camera, you look at the tree. That's the actual fucking tree. Yeah, hell, I'm not looking at this surrounded by fucking concrete.
I mean, bro, like where's the roots? Like it's nothing but concrete, man. A lot of these trees are like
Just
you know,
expressing the nature.
they're like section.
Right. But the frequencies, the Wi-Fi fucking with them. Right. You know what I'm saying? All that shit, bro.
Right. So you have certain technology to where you don't have to live with the living purpose.
Right.
He has certain technology that he prefers to use more. Like he has certain technology to mimic the chariots. And that same technology he can use in order to free the whole world from energy. But he making trillions of dollars on basically keeping the world in a polluted state,
Right.
in a encapsulated state.
You got certain people who really, you know what I'm saying, farmers that run out, water.
Yep.
Machine, the whole boy that was in that Moses dude who made that machine.
Detroit. He's out of Detroit.
Great water out there. Out there, bro. That shit gonna be free.
Hey, you got that one brother, he was Atlanta, he moved to Texas. You know, he'll basically take trash and,
Oh, yeah,
and break it down and turn it into gasoline to where all this pollution that you see, you don't have to see landfills of pollution. He can take that trash, that plastic, and make gasoline out of it to where it's not fracking, it ain't destroying the world. Man, he get that different. He on the high.
I'm sure, yeah, because he started a whole car with that shit.
Yeah, he'll charge you. Hell yeah.
Yep.
And he was smart. What he did was he filmed this stuff so everybody knows. You got a lot of people out there who tracked that code before, and they basically got X'd out. There's certain technologies that we can have that would better our lives substantially.
Right.
Clearly.
The scripture says the earth was created for our sakes.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
so, like the earth was made, so the earth was made for you to live on, and it's also made for to regenerate, so that you don't gotta, like electricity. You know what I'm saying?
But you can create electricity out of two magnets.
Right.
I saw that, bro. It's crazy, bro.
I mean, think
With
about
a bulb and yep.
in the ancient world, man, we was tapping into that technology. That's why a lot of these pyramids, stuff like that was built. We had the technology.
It shows you that the mummy. Remember when they went to the pyramid and they had it's like a mirror, and like pretty much the way the mirror was formed, the sun hit it, it shot, and pretty much it gave light to the whole thing. It was like the light hit the mirror and then hit that other mirror, and turned on the light on the whole thing. It was all through one angle of the sun. The Urim and the Thummim, the way the light would hit it, how the I mean, bro, that's all. Like you said, I think you said it earlier before we started camp. Esau stole everything, man.
Yep.
You know? Oh, Benjamin Franklin, man, you heard that shit going up to school. Benjamin Franklin, man, he found out about electricity. He was flying a kite with a key at the top. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he fell for the shit. We didn't know, really. So he's like, oh, wow.
All that shit was slaves.
Like that.
Right.
They out there flying a kite with a key. Oh, you discovered electricity. The fuck?
Let's see how.
The apple in his hand.
Oh my God.
He saw fucking kill your child, man. Yeah.
He was sitting underneath the tree and the apple hit him, and I was saying, oh, damn.
So
How did the apple fall? Gravity. And I was just
he
this
created
nigga getting
gravity.
credit.
That's just like, that's how he shows how he got everybody's mind.
That
Growing up, we said Christopher Columbus discovered America. Or discovered, and then next thing you know, you show in the book, you see him and you see all these Native Americans and things like that walking around while he walk up on the land. You be like, no, he discovered it. You don't think like, hold up. Somebody was
You see it in the picture. You know what I'm saying? That nigga walking up like
Yeah,
Well,
well,
then
well,
nigga sorcerer, bro.
yeah,
Damn.
I
he's a
just,
warlock.
yeah.
That's why I was like, yeah. Ephesians 6 and 12. Which one? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
There's wickedness in high places, man.
Right.
You know, 'cause everything that we learn in the so-called school system is a lie, man. You gotta, you know, everything you learn about in school is a lie. How you eat, we don't even know how to properly eat. No, we didn't even know how to properly eat. Right. That's a slave diet. Right. But that's a Roman slave diet. You got to eat your 3 meals a day.
Yeah, that's
You know,
crazy.
so-called history. You know, Esau done tainted every damn thing, man.
Back in Isaiah 14, verse 6. Again, I'm reading the NLT. It says, you struck the people with endless blows of rage and held the nations in your angry grip with unrelenting tyranny. But finally, the earth is at rest and quiet.
Hey, the scripture say Nimrod, when you look it up, when you read Josephus, it said Nimrod did the same thing. He turned the government into tyranny. You know what I'm saying? We seeing this shit. This is what you have established today. It's nothing less than tyranny.
Right.
This is tyranny, bro. And it's gonna get worse. Like brothers are going into this technology. What they want to put inside your ass. That's a captivity like the world never seen before, man. You know what I'm saying? So man, they're gonna be able to measure you, control you completely. Send signals in your body to release particular chemicals. Your body not gonna even be yours no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts not gonna be no longer secret, man. Only person who should know your thoughts is the Most High, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now this nigga, he's tapping into that. This nigga, so this we see the direction that this nigga is moving with, man. Boasting himself to be the Most High, man.
I got you, good night. Yes, I know. You want to finish? Ezekiel 28:2. And the NLT, son of man, give me the prince of Tyre this message from the sovereign Lord. In your great pride, you claim I am a god. I sit on a divine throne in the heart of the sea, but you are only a man and not a god, though you boast that you are a god.
Right. See, and that's exactly what Esau is doing, man. Boasting himself to be a god. But the Lord is gonna show him, man. The Lord is gonna show him that he ain't nothing but a mere mortal, man. It's a little bit more. Come on. It's a little bit more.
No, that was
About people say, when you say unto him that I am a God or something. Yeah, say unto him that slay thee. What say that? Is it that scripture?
no, that's not that one. Ezekiel 28:2.
Oh, yeah.
You got it?
Back in Isaiah 14:7. But finally, the earth is at rest, quiet. Now it can sing again. Even the trees of the forest, the
Right.
cypress.
Because the scripture, the earth is gonna be turned back unto the Lord, how the Lord originally intended it to be. See, because the earth has a frequency, man. You know what I'm saying? Sound, the music that we're supposed to listen to has a particular frequency that the Lord set it up to be. But Esau's changed it, man. You see these top elite rich international banking families, John D. Rockefeller, all them had a hand in doing it, man. Going back into the early 1900s, that's when a lot of things went from natural way switched into now to what we got the medical field as we know it. All right, with its pharmaceuticals, you know what I'm saying? The music being turned into what is that, 440 hertz, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Change the frequency, and that shit throw it out, man. You see, just throw the frequency that's being pushed out is throwing the earth off, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when the Lord takes this devil down, the earth is gonna be put back into the original tune, man. Right. You see?
And if I can say, that's how you know, because your body is made up of mostly liquid, and they show you in certain experiments now they have a stream of water running down, and they put certain frequency towards the water, and they make the water change and react. So just imagine how they change the frequencies and things on the music and everything like that. Now, how does your body react to this music now?
Right.
Food.
GMO seeds. Like you got Terminator seeds. That pretty much a Terminator seed is a seed that it can't reproduce itself. Right?
Yeah.
It said, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So
watermelon is yellow.
that's
That's determined.
that's right. See,
Right. Boy,
nothing with that. You know, so here it is. You're ingesting it. You're eating it. What do you think it's doing to your body? It's fucking your body up too. Your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? That's why when you eat particular foods, your thoughts are straight, man. You know, that's a major problem on planet Earth. Like just GMOs in general, right? Monsanto, Roundup Ready seeds, or Roundup, you know.
Silly ass people, man. Bunch of silly motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, this car need. Hey, it's car. Hey, that's why I.
They're the most childish tribe to me, bro.
Yeah. Like Dallas, bro, it's like his woman acting ass fuck like that. Man.
right. He the one that was talking shit just
Yeah. That'd be a lot of reasons. That's why a lot of these females they men man. They ass smoke because she be talking and they didn't talking to them much. Man.
right.
You know?
3 weeks later, she had another nigga for 5 men. I don't know what that means.
Right. Over there in the car just talking shit. Yeah, get the fucking straight, bitch. Motherfucker. Yeah, bitch. And then now what the spirit was on this guy just to back up and just blow his head off. Now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Would have packed up and left.
And with that,
Stay alive, straight.
Bon, turn the camera, Bon. See that shit? Right back.
Now,
Right. So the looks of that's the spirit that Chicago is in right now. When I was walking up, the younger bros, Northern Kingdom was trying to beef with the younger brothers, man. Mad that the brother Yaakov came up and saluted the other brothers, you know, talking shit. I'm like, why the fuck you saluting them? Why you doing that with them? See, I talking Southern Kingdom. You got
Damn. See?
Hey, like the spirit probably how about smell shot, man. That's why, man, fuck these people, bro. Like real talk, man. If you ain't with your how about smell shot, man, I ain't fucking with you, man. You know? Straight up. It's just like that, man. That's why when the Lord come down on these people, man, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I don't care when I see Ice him and these niggas up. I don't care. I feel zero emotion from that shit. I don't care.
No, it's
I don't.
Because they know who we are. Right. It's going like a fake shit like that. They know we preach that they're a part of us. They don't want to be a part of us just because they believe that they're above us because of color.
right.
Right. And in fact, some of them are Spaniards.
Right. Yeah.
Some Spaniards, there's terror, a lot of terrors amongst the legs.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. All right. So just to land back on the priest's point, man. Okay. Northern Kingdom, hell, Southern Kingdom too, man. Okay. All these tribes that's on this sign that don't want to get down with the will of Yahweh Shem Shah, fuck them, man.
Right.
Okay. The Lord is speaking to us. Okay. Whether you believe that or not, all right, it don't matter. Okay. That Romans 3 and 3 is gonna come in effect real soon, man. So what if some did not believe, man? All right. We do this week in and week out consistently, man. We do our videos, man. We tell you, hey, we tell Jake, hey, the way the Lord is gonna start moving in the earth, it's gonna uproot your whole fucking life, man.
Right.
The Lord don't give a damn if you spent 10, 20 years, 30 years building up however amount of money in your bank account, man.
Right.
All right. They'll set up 401ks, all right, certain accounts for your children to thrive when they get older. Lord don't give a fuck about that, man. You know, Lord cares about this word going out.
That's right.
You know?
Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 8. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I, even I, am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee in the sight of the nations. And I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations. So the Lord will do a new thing to these niggas, man.
That's right.
Yahweh Shema Shah is going to bring new justice to Jacob, man. See? Even when these things begin to happen even more, you know, Jake is still gonna wild out even more too. Like Scripture say, man, they ain't gonna be mindful of the scourges. You know, it's gonna be even more wicked, man. Right? You know. So when we see these judgments roll out, man, you can't. Hey, man, you gotta like, we gotta start having like, you know, I'm not saying that we don't, but man, we gotta have a cold mind to this shit, man.
You gotta look at it at the end of the day, judgment.
Exactly.
Because you can have your personal experiences in your nature, and so you go to certain things like that. You know, it's hard, man. It's hard, burying somebody's heart. Man, fuck that, bro. Nah, bro. Hey, it's time for judgment, bro. There's a lot of Israelites in Northern Tribe that know who we are. They know what we teach, but they can't accept the fact that they came from so-called black men, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, they're racist against their own brothers, yet they acknowledge they were brothers, right? You know, so a lot of them, they can be taken out of the way.
Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, said Yahweh Shema Shai, that take counsel, but not of me. And like I said, who are the rebellious children? The so-called black Latinos and Native Americans, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. All right. And what is that? Why the Lord, like, because we constantly were rebellious. You know, and now you got, like you said, the watchmen out here, the prophets of the Lord, that's telling you to turn back and tell you who you are, but you still, like Hosea 4. All right. You reject the knowledge. So the Lord said, deaf unto you, he's going to reject you too. It says, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Because what? You want to be of this word. All right. You want to constantly get full of iniquity. All right. And that iniquity is going to lead you to what? To those to be missile food. All right. Even before that, hey, these women that's out here that's ruling over their men, because Esau has set it up for that to happen. These soft ass niggas and these spicks and all, you know, these tomahawks. Bro, what's going to happen to you? The Lord is going to bring a lot of death and destruction upon his people. All right. That's why he always going to the elect. All right. And if you want to come to join hand in hand with Esau, join hand in hand, what's going to happen? You're going to receive the same thing that's what's coming to the heathens. All right. It says, verse 2, that walk down into Egypt, and this is modern day Egypt. All right. It tells you that in Revelations. Okay. This is Sodom and Egypt. It says they walk down to Egypt and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. See, and that's why a lot of them are going to bow the knee to Baal and receive that sea hill. Why? Because what? They're going to be asking help, not from Yahweh Shema Shai, but they're going to be asking help from Esau Edom. All right, which is the man. You're going to have that covering in Yahweh Shema Shai. You want to get covered by the man of sin, the man that's looking to put death upon you. So it says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right, and this is the forthcoming we're going to see. If you're going to constantly put your trust in man and put your trust in Egypt, which is now AKA Babylon the Great, the Lord is going to set it up for you to receive death by pain. Like I said, there'll be nowhere you to run. All right, what is that? Amos, where it says, wherever you go in the snake, in the hand of all the snakes. Yeah. It ain't be nowhere you can go and hide. All right, that's why we got to have faith that the Lord is going to cover us, like in Ephesians 6. We got to put on the whole armor, Yahweh Shema Shai. 2/3 are not going to do that. That's why in Zechariah, brother Patak like to bring it out. What is Zechariah 13:8? All right, you niggas got to be cut off. 2/3 of Israel has to be cut off. All right,
here it is. You trust in the shadow of Egypt, and those same rulers gonna come down on you like a rushing flood. The enemy shall come in like a flood. So it's go put your ass in a difficult position, man. It's about you trusting in the system and leaning upon it. The Lord said in Isaiah 3:1, He's gonna take away the staff and the bread of Jerusalem, man.
right.
So your dependency upon His praise will get cut short. And that same people you depend upon go rushing like a flood. We go in the book of 1 Peter 5:8, and that word sober, it means to be dispassionate. So when Esau come down on you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when you start dying, we're gonna be dispassionate about the situation, man.
Right.
You know?
read that verse. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
It's Isaiah 30 and 3 in the NLT. Saw that too again, my man. It says, "But without consulting me, you have gone down to Egypt for help. You have put your trust in Pharaoh's protection. You have tried to hide in his shade. But by
He's trying to hide in the shade. One thing, because the Lord is Esau see that the chariots are coming. He know the Lord is standing up to make his return, but you looking to hide behind him. All right. But it says in what is it, 2 Corinthians 13, they're gonna be so afraid in their fight and at the chariots. All right. But this man is, what does the scripture say? Never trust thy enemy. All right. Before the Lord come back, he's gonna look to put a patent on you. He's gonna look to put millions of people or billions of people to death. All right. Because as it says, what is that? In the Georgia Guidestone that they got, they destroyed. They said they want to get down to 500 million people. So you basically trying to put a trust in a man that's basically looking to unalive, giving you GMOs, all right, to take all the nutrients out of your food. All right, put fluoride and all this BS in your water. What is it, atrazine and all that? Trying you to make you all fruity, get you in the alphabet game so you can have children. This is the man that you're looking to run down to and say, help us. Like Roger P. Henson said, help us, Joe. Now you said, help us, by now you see none of them helping you.
Yep.
Verse 3.
If I can add real quick, I believe that's that verse that in the KJV it says, shadow. Yeah, the shadow of Egypt, man. You know what I'm saying? Which a shadow is something that's not real. A shadow casts a reflection of something that is real. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Lord is letting you know you believing and trusting in something that's not real, bro. You know what I'm saying? The shadow of Egypt, you know, and that's why it's going to be. I believe it's going to go into how it's going to be your failure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to fail, man. You know, your downfall. I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, because that shadow, like you said, is not real. So they thinking they're going to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. Pharaoh's not going to give you a strength. It's going to be an illusion or mirage.
Yeah, shit. What is Pharaoh's strength compared to Yahweh?
Right.
Scripture say that the Lord, what did it say? Egypt, his horses is flesh, not spirit, man.
Right.
You see, the Lord is making a comparison. Look, man, this nigga, this is flesh. You know what I'm saying? The spirit is a whole different ballpark, man. You see, that's something that Esau don't understand. He don't understand. Esau really think his carnal weapons can have an effect on the spiritual weapon, on the power of the spirit that the Lord has, man.
Right.
Just look at that Esau starting to see now. They shot that fucking hellfire missile at that chariot and broke that hellfire missile, man. You know what I'm saying? So Esau's seeing, oh damn, these particular big officials up here in the defense, Department of Defense, them niggas shook, man.
Right.
You know? It said, going back, Isaiah 30 and 3 in the NLT, it says, but by trusting Pharaoh, you will be humiliated. And by depending on him, you will be disgraced.
Hey, who was that? Kennedy Jr. that said that the circumcision causes what do you say? Autism. See, because you're gonna be humiliated because he got you under his thumb. He can tell you anything, you go with it. All right. He tell you that the Lord is not real, or basically, he said God is dead. We said, what do you think?
Take time.
You gotta take time to hide the body. You know, that's what Esau tell you, and you niggas believe it. When I say niggas, I'm talking about all the tribes. Okay, y'all believe that Esau is the powerhouse of the word. The Lord gave him that power, but he raised him up like Pharaoh to show his power, how he gonna bring him down. All right. This man is, and like I said, he's setting up to put all type of destruction. He's already been showing destruction. Bro, the ocean is through. The animals are tired of this nigga.
Bro, this nigga basically he boasting against your God, man.
Right.
He talking shit against your God, man. You see? But let a nigga, and niggas ain't saying nothing. These other Israelite groups ain't saying shit, man.
Right.
They ain't man, bro. But let a nigga say something about their mom. Niggas be ready to squad, man.
Squad, nigga, go shoot you.
Right. But you saying, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to your power, you know what I'm saying, nigga quiet, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit, bro. It's all good though, man. You know, you niggas, that's the same thing, man. That's why the house of David, man, the house of David, just like with Goliath. Goliath was talking shit against Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Now Israel shook, the house of Saul shook. None of them niggas stuck there. And then David came. David was like, man, y'all, hell no, who is this nigga, man? The house of David is gonna be in that same spirit, man.
Hey, real quick, let back up, y'all. Amos 5 and 18. Woe to you that desire the day of power, going to these other camps. So what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Yeah, like I said, that darkness is not light. You know, it's when you in the complete darkness, you can't see it. Right. So when all these things you're trying to escape from, you ain't even see it coming. So wherever you go, the Lord is gonna bring forth terror amongst you. All right. So you have some Israelites that don't even believe that Jacob's trouble is coming.
Right.
That's part of that darkness.
Yeah.
But if one word describes darkness, they don't understand prophecy.
Yeah.
It's interchangeable with darkness and light.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Podcast, you selling t-shirts talking about the real guys is an N-word. Right? The guys, nigga, the base of the Lord, man, disrespecting the Heavenly Father, bro. Making merchandise of the camps.
Right.
Getting it ready for the day of the Lord. A lot of people gonna be scrambling real soon. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Thief of knife is real, bro.
Right.
You see how the government is moving right now. This whole situation with Peter Harseth, right? Harseth, right? Saying Couture basically is going to build an air force on American soil in Idaho. That's unprecedented.
Right.
They definitely make your tennis go.
Lord, it's really bringing this
going to happen a lot of things.
Right.
But the other camps not talking.
So that patience. More of them that had lost patience. You know, they had to we still got to be in this world, but they're getting too comfortable back in this world. All right, we're supposed to stay based on the outside looking in, still being watchful. All right, they want to basically get on these podcasts with these niggas of the world. You know, you still want to be part in the game, part out the game. You know,
It's because they have reputation charges.
mm-hmm.
See, so when this world falls, they know that their reputation falls, so they're going to try to do everything to uphold their reputation because they don't want to see this world fall.
Right.
That's why they hold on to the podcast and do this debate. They do this
just in case ass niggas.
you know, because they know that they have reputations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're not worried about truly the affliction of Jacob. They're not worried about preaching the gospel, man.
Right.
This thing is a show to them. It's an act. It's a way to get money. You know, they want power. Like it's really like a power trip. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, but Yahweh said in Philippians 2, man, that the Lord made himself he was a man of no reputation, man. Mm-hmm. You know, he wasn't trying to big himself up, and you know what I'm saying. He wasn't and describe the Pharisees. You know, let's schedule a debate. Right. We're gonna go up here tomorrow too. We just gonna debate. Right. Come on, man. I want to have.
Get to a point now, like say you have some telling the congregation, hey, it could be another 1,000 years, like Oliver said. It could be another 1,000 years for the Lord return. Could be. No, but when you measure the time and see the prophecy, bro, it's gonna be in our lifetime. We see that. We know that. Because what thus said the scripture, because like you said, the watchmen, they're gonna watch, tell you what's coming about what? Measure the time in itself, knowing that the Lord is at hand.
A lot of people like very good darkness, man. They don't let you very think about the day of the Lord.
Right.
That's why understanding the prophecy the correct way, like it says in Apple. You reading the NLT Apple 2 talks about that he may carry the correct message. If you have the correct message, you know, you can see, oh, this all right, this is it. It's the end. Right. MOTB, this B system, MOTB, Jacob's trouble. Okay, we here. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man.
Right.
You know, you ain't gonna be blinded like these people are, man. Like the other said, man, when this shit happen, bro, these niggas gonna be through. they're gonna be looking to these Israelite leaders, and them niggas ain't gonna be nowhere to be found, man.
Right.
They're gonna abandon their little flock, man.
Well, I'm saying what Jeremiah was like cussing them out. It's like same back then as today. What is it, Jeremiah 5? You know, when they were talking about those it was wicked men. A lot of those prophets and those heads, those leaders was basically being wicked. And we seeing that today. It's nothing new under the sun. Constantly changing the doctrine. All right. Now basically you have IUIC saying it's a Christian doctrine. They call on Christ, it says hell.
These niggas made an AI seen them going down and they interviewing niggas in hell.
Yeah, I was in hell.
Yeah. Right.
Should have kept the commandments.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to know where to be found.
But the other groups,
Then you see it, then the AI probably would have turned around and said, yeah, they're interviewing me here. I'm like, well, you down here with us.
Right.
Shit, you're here,
I got some real. Wisdom Solomon 15 and 12 in GNT. He thinks of human life as just a game, a market where he can make a profit. He believes that he must make money however he can, even by evil ways. This man who makes idols in fragile pots from the same clay knows better than anyone else that he is sinning.
He knows.
Yeah, that's like Amazon. Amazon knew what he was doing. He told the people who still would have sympathy for him, like, hey, you should be disappointed yourself before believing in me. I've been like this. I've been a nigga. Especially like, I've been a nigga. You shouldn't have trusted me.
You shouldn't trust.
I haven't felt the spirit of God watching outside. That world that he's supposedly.
The Lord's going to look at him because right now he's paying for his friends. He can pay to have people go out with him. You know what I'm saying? To toss it up with him. Remember, he had the 300K in his bank account. He was seeing it. So that'd be cool for him to get things out of him. And he got such a weak mind that he'll pay people to be his friends. But when that money get low, they're gonna dog him out. The thing about that street life is this: it's about self-preservation.
Yep.
Right? It's about who can benefit, how can you manipulate this person for them to be in your pocket? And if a person can't be in your pocket, you can't control them, he's your enemy.
Right.
And a lot of people are gonna turn on that. It's not gonna be that nice. We're gonna see him take a very mighty fall. People gonna be beating him up on camera, slapping him around, stuff like that. Go ahead, huh?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 8 and 9. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
That's right. A friend cannot be known in prosperity. Everybody's your friend when you up. When you ball. When you fall down, right? When you're at your lowest, then you know who your enemies are. Then you know who's not really dealing with you. Especially when it comes to the street. He won't be so street and all that. He about to find out. He about to get a crash course on street life.
Verse 9. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart.
That's right. In adversity, even a friend will depart. Right? So right now, he still has friends and things of that nature because he has money. As that money dwindle, or as his friends get more expensive, right? That's when the trouble's going to begin, man.
and like Will Smith was in the movie, and the song was going on, the dog was trying to get his ass. Yeah. All them niggas around his ass, when that money run out, they go pounce on this nigga. They can't wait.
You got a lot of people, you got a lot of like celebrities that do that. I'm blood. They paying for that bread. They paying to say that.
Yep.
Like Chris Brown, like he paid them niggas to do that. He paid some niggas to say that shit, man.
He got the bag. It's shit long. It's shit longer than
so he can pay to
stay out there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say you grow up.
Right.
See if we can run. Look at what you doing.
He said, see if he can run it. You tap in and I got.
He didn't have money. He was 13, 14 based
Right.
off his music.
When did that nigga have the time to go to the hood game?
Right. Put in work. Just make your money, man. But yeah,
So what's the nigga's name?
Orlando Brown.
Yeah,
Orlando Brown.
Remember how he was getting beat up on camera?
Yep.
That's what happened to Amazon Spirit.
Beat up, got his shirt taken off. They were roughing him up.
That's what he
I don't think he, like I say, ever since that the deal came out about pegging thing, I don't think that money really coming in like that. It ain't as lucrative.
I'm saying though, he got for like he got 300K in September. You know what I'm saying? So that was stressful about a year. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he made investments. Yep. I'm pretty sure he made investments though. Pretty sure he did.
I won't be surprised if nigga try to come back just to get some money.
That's how they go.
But he's a YouTuber now. So he getting money, from the YouTube shit. He ain't making that much money, but go fuck him at the end of the day. Shit. That's it.
Hey, so does that edifying campus always give all praise on the glory unto you?
Yeah, how would them outside dust?
So,